Welcome to this year's Texas Bluebonnet Awards voting. Let's take a look at this year's nominees. The oldest student. Mary Walker never had a chance to learn to read. First, enslaved, she was not allowed, and later she found herself too busy with family and work. But she never gave up and finally read her first book, the Bible, when she was 116 years old. Lexi McGill in the teleportation tournament. Lexi and her unlikely teammates have entered into a teleportation contest and must travel the world solving riddles and clues in pursuit of first place. And for Lexi, a chance to return to the science school she had to leave when her dad lost his job. The Elephant's Girl. After being dropped in the elephant enclosure of a zoo by a tornado when she was a small child, Lexi tries to uncover the mystery of her past while maintaining a psychic connection with Naya, the elephant who saved her. Honeybee. The story of the life of a honeybee in pursuit of flight. Full-page illustrations show each stage of the life cycle and life in the beehive. The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter. Rex loses a game to the Grim Reaper and gains the ability to see and speak to dead animals, like his flattened pet rooster. He must help solve the mystery of their untimely deaths. Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky. Tristan, an amateur boxer, goes to live with his grandmother after losing his first boxing match and his best friend Eddie. There he meets Gum Baby, a character straight out of Nana's stories, who steals Eddie's journal. Tristan gives chase and, in the process, tears a hole that he must fix into a parallel universe. Ways to make sunshine. Ryan Hart struggles to maintain life as she knows it when her dad loses his job and her family has to move. Family humor and drama mix in this novel to create a funny and realistic depiction of childhood, family life, and black girl magic. Our Friend Hedgehog. Hedgehog's friend Muddy is carried away in a storm one day, and, on her journey to find him, she makes lots of unlikely friends along the way. Words on Fire. Set in Lithuania in the 1890s, Audra joins an underground movement to resist the Russian occupation of her country. When her parents are arrested for book smuggling, she finds herself carrying on their work. Somewhere to Call Home. Set during the Great Depression, Haley, Tom, and Benny Turner must head to California without their mother or father. When their car breaks down in Kansas, they turn aside from their destination to stay with a kind farmer and his family before more disaster strikes. A Hat Full of Dragons. A book of funny poems and silly illustrations that connect in ways that you don't expect. The Secret Garden of George Washington Carver. This picture book tells the story of George Washington Carver, the man behind the modern success of the peanut. The focus is on Carver's life growing up and his love of nature and discovery. Act. Olive decides to run for student council when she learns that some kids can't go on field trips because they can't afford to pay. The competition is fierce, but she gets help from her activist aunt and her friends. Black Brother, Black Brother. Dante faces bullying at his school, where he is one of the only black kids. His brother Trey is lighter-skinned and has no problems. Dante finally decides he has had enough and decides to beat his bully Alan at his own game, fencing. He decides he will learn the sport and challenge Alan. Efren Divided. One day, Efren's tight-knit family is torn apart when his Ama is deported. He must help take care of his brother and sister, keep up at school, and be there for his father while they try to figure out how to get Ama back. Follow Those Zebras. A herd of 2,000 zebra makes a mysterious migration every year in Namibia. Scientists reveal how they tracked and studied the herd to discover their path and why. The Best of Iggy. Iggy is a self-proclaimed, mostly good fourth grader who tells the reader about the things he wishes he hadn't just gotten caught doing, things he wishes he hadn't done quite so much, and things he really, really wishes he hadn't done at all. The Canyon's Edge. Nora and her father are separated on a hiking trip while in a deep canyon by a flash flood. She must face past loss and fear as she struggles to survive in the unforgiving landscape. Scary Stories for Young Foxes. A group of fox kits beg a storyteller to tell them scary stories. The storyteller does so, weaving tales of Mia and Uli and their terrifying adventures, as the fox kits slink home one by one in terror. Charuco. A biography of Julio Citeo, the first indigenous and Peruvian archaeologist who studied the Americas and worked to preserve the memory of the cultures of the people who lived there long ago. Now it's time to choose. Select your favorite Bluebonnet book on your ballot.